I want it now.
Your spiritual facts.
Right.
Brought to you by Kava. Enjoy cold.
All kidding aside, maybe we should reach out to them. That'd be cool.
Layla?
Yeah, maybe they sponsor stuff like this.
Yeah, you can drive.
Next thing we're
local,
gonna do.
right?
That would be
Yeah.
let's do it. We're gonna get a sponsorship from Layla. It is so motivating. So motivating. God,
These humans talk like.
All right, so welcome to a tarot class, everybody.
welcome. Hola.
This is Hola. This is the last tarot class for Zodiac season Scorpio. Okay, and Scorpio was great. I love Scorpio season. We're gonna be going over a lot of different cards today, mainly 3 different cards. So get ready for a 25 slide presentation. All right. No, okay, so this is Tarot Academy every Wednesday at Buddha Belly Records, and we're going to be going over the Page, the Prince, and Ace of Cups. Or the Prince could be Knight as well, because in the Rider-Waite deck there is no Princess or Prince of Cups. They have the Page and the Knight, so they interchange.
So Prince and Knights are the same thing, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And Princess could be seen as the Page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so let's just dive right into it, as always. So, Ace of Cups. What does it say to you? Like, this connects to Scorpio, but how do you see that connection?
Overflowing emotions.
What was that?
Overflowing emotions.
Overflowing emotions? How do you, where do you see that?
Comes water from
Okay, good.
like an initiation of powerful initiation of a lot of feeling, desire, the start of something new.
Aces are normally like new beginnings, right?
Yeah, Ace is like the basic, like the first card, the highest level of emanation within that suit. So from Ace of Cups all the way down to 10 of Cups. That's how it goes. So Ace is like Kabbalistically connects to like the second world of creation. In Kabbalah, you have the 4 worlds. You have the archetypal world. So meaning we want to create a chair, but first we got to think of what we want to solve a problem of sitting down. So in this world, Ace of Cups represents the created world. So meaning, all right, now let's form a chair for like a bar stool. Then what kind? Does it have a back? No back. That's when you get to the formative, and then you create it, and now it's this chair right here. So this. Go ahead.
I heard something called form denotes function. So the way something is created will tell you exactly how it's designed to function.
Yes.
So that's a key thing I've heard a while ago when I was really studying stuff.
That's good.
That reminded me of that. So
That's
look at
really
the chair.
Mm-hmm.
You look at how it's formed. You can see the function is to sit on.
Correct.
It sounds really like some kindergarten stuff, like logically, but like just when you observe things in the world and you're a little confused about it, just look at the form. It'll tell you.
It's different too, because this is a chair too, but this is like an armchair,
Right.
right? And then they're sitting on a bench. So but the archetype is sitting. It's something meant for sitting,
Right.
but you have to create it and then form it in whatever problem you're trying to solve, whatever setting it's supposed to be meant for.
Different styles.
Different style. Yeah. So that's what this card is about. It's about that creative part, like the second part of when you're creating the creative process in relation to like Kabbalah. So what else shows you that this is connected to Scorpio? And just so people know, Scorpio is back in the back corner there.
Oh, I was gonna say, the water in the background, but I was gonna ask,
Bless you.
what's with all the yodes?
The who?
The yodes.
The yod's coming off.
Well, okay, so for those that don't understand or know, what's a yod?
And
like-
But what is it?
in Hebrew.
It's a Hebrew
Letter.
letter.
It's the first letter in God's name.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, I like that. Okay. And it's the first letter of God's name in the Tetragrammaton, which is Greek for the 4-letter name, hence why we just talked about the 4 worlds of creation. All right, so good observation though. So these could be seen as yods. So yod is a letter in Hebrew alphabet which stands for a hand of God. So you see the hand of God falling down, or it could be, you know, water drops, right, in the shape of yods. What other observations do we have?
What is the W or the upside down M, or what does that represent, you know, on the chalice?
Looks like
Is that a symbol? Is that?
I think it connects to like the Virgin Mary, something like that. I've seen that before, and that because remember, now we have to understand like Christian symbolism of the Arthurian legend of the Holy Grail, and then you'll start to see that. You see like the cross there, right? This is like the host, so this is like when you go get communion.
Right.
That's what that is, and then you see the Holy Spirit. That's what that dove represents. The Holy Spirit coming down to that, and then this is the chalice, or they say it could be, you know, the Virgin Mary, or the Holy Bloodline. There's a lot of other things, you know, that
It's a grail, right?
it's the Holy Grail. But we know there's a big discussion on what is the Grail, what was it meant.
All right, so my interpretation of that then is like you're holding this water, you know, this cup, which is kind of like the divine is coming down and it's overflowing with the divine, right? You're overflowing, and hands of God are pouring out everywhere.
Yeah, like okay,
right? So
that's
it's
good.
like, and Scorpio, I don't know how we relate to Scorpio. Yeah.
It's a very emotional sign. So the overflowing of emotions is like.
Yeah, I think water signs can be seen as emotional, but remember Scorpio is ruled by Mars too as well.
That's true.
So I think that balances the watery nature of Scorpio.
That's overflowing.
Those streams.
Yeah,
That's a
those
stream
streams,
that's
yeah.
supposed to denote overflowing.
I think I don't know if it could denote overflowing, but the way it's overflowing is pretty celestial. Like in nature, look how it's just like.
Right.
It's not like when something
don't see
overflows. If we fill that cup up right now, it's not gonna go out like that, right? It's just gonna.
Well, it's
So-
technically
Because
like
it could technically be like, you know, it could be pumping water into the cup.
Or maybe the dove or the bird is pushing energy into the cup, which is forcing it to overflow.
Yeah.
Because that bird is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
of the Holy Spirit.
that's what the dove in Christian iconography represents the Holy Spirit.
I have
Right.
a connection with the Holy Spirit.
Nice. You had a question in the back?
More an observation. If you piece together the dove and the cup and the M, what I've seen that, or upside down M, I've seen that being used as a reference to like a portal of life, necessarily, like bringing new life into the world. Because if you ever think about it, when a woman's giving birth, her legs are in that position of the upside down M. So when the spirit is flying into the cup, it's more of like a transitory process, like where you're transforming into a new thing, and then it's an overflow of energy.
That's good. Good observation. That's good. Anything else? This is great stuff tonight.
Yeah.
This car is packed with symbolism.
Yeah, that's a lot.
As much
Maybe
as it
like
looks
the
basic,
clouds,
it's packed.
the hand is coming out of clouds, essentially, it looks like. So is that coming from
Because
either an air sign or the heavens or something like that?
it's once again understanding like, all right, if it's this is the second level of creation. When you create things, you create from nothingness. You know, a plane didn't always exist. A plane was someone's idea in their mind, in the invisible realm, right, of your subconscious, and then it was created, and now we're flying places. But a plane didn't exist in nature. So this is kind of showing you that this is the root of creation. Like it comes from the hand of God. It's showing you in so many different ways. Little hands here, a hand coming out of clouds. So it
Gotcha,
meaning
okay.
it's
Also,
it's
5 streams, 5 fingers.
Ooh.
oh okay, all right, that's good.
Oh yeah,
And the bottom, are those like lily pads? The yellow little...
I
are
see the
those-
fifth stream right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
lily-
that's
that could be the lotus, right? Or
Ah,
the flower of life, right? They
okay.
say.
Okay. Interesting.
This is a powerful card. Powerful
So
card.
in the general consensus of this card means that overflowing emotions, like Deisha said.
Well, actually, we're gonna get to it in the
Okay.
next couple slides. Probably maybe fourth slide. So the next slide, we're gonna go over the Page of Cups. We're gonna start with like the page is probably like on the lower end of the totem pole, right? Opposed to like a knight or princess. But it can be considered the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups. So key word is for Page of Cups, inspiration and new love. Hence why this is the page. The page is someone that's maybe newly starting their career, right? Assisting someone that's maybe more experienced in life as like a princess or a knight or a prince. And the key phrase is a message of emotional growth and creative potential. That's what the Page of Cups represents. But in other decks, it's actually the Princess of Cups. Because in this deck there's no page, and in that deck there's no Princess of Cups.
Why is that?
Well, different artists and authors use different terminology. Yeah, some they're interchangeable, really. But once again, yeah. But Rider-Waite Smith deck, it was really big. I'm quoting one of the persons I had on my podcast recently, Rob Provito. He basically said that this card is basically touching like the more historical ancient, and these decks are more into like our term now, like more of the Art Deco style. It's more into the abstract. So that's why this is more of like the touching back to like the ancient times or the medieval times, which it passed, but he wanted to really take that symbolism, and so that's why he used page, and here they use princess. One explanation for that. Well, does anything stick out to you guys in these two cards that show connections, that show that it's really the same card in its own little way?
There's a lot going on.
Oh, wait, right here?
Yeah.
Well, this is the Thoth deck, so
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's very
It's that, it's like an enthusiastic, new, eager energy. That's what I get that they both have in common.
Is there enthusiastic energy on both, you say?
Yeah, like eager, eager to learn or
I
something.
think just shaked.
I mean, I'm just looking at the colors involved there.
Okay.
The big, it's light. So it's light, I think enthusiasm, and that's kind of like what you want to learn, because I remember being an apprentice myself, learning under someone,
Yeah.
and every day I came into work with, wanted to learn and stuff, so that's what I see here as a page.
So you see that how this card connects to like inspiration, like you're being inspired to learn by someone, right?
Enthusiastic to learn, just that type of energy, like moving forward, a growth. The one on the left is a little wild, but if you just look at the colors, the shapes, it brings those words stand out.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. It's like weird. It's like, what is this, like a Zeus?
Yeah.
Swan or something, right? What is that? It's like a swan, maybe? It's like, what's this swan there
Is that a
for?
turtle? I can't even see.
Like the Pink Floyd album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
It's a turtle
It could be a
Let's
shell.
connect this to a Pink Floyd.
Yeah, right? But what's interesting too is that we see like the lotus there on this card.
Okay.
So that's like a basically allusion to the Ace of Cups with the lily pads there, right? So he hides stuff in there, but it's really not hidden. But you have to kind of have eyes to see and match it up to other cards.
What are those symbols on all the little sheets?
Here?
Like, yeah.
It looks like triangles inside, and then other shapes around them. It's
So
hard to tell.
I'm
I
trying
don't.
to see. Is there a cup in there somewhere? Like, is it inside of a cup? Like
Kind of see it.
Maybe
is
this could be a cup.
Oh, that's the
Maybe
cup.
that's a cup. Maybe.
Is
it's
that a
cup.
fish coming out of the cup? Too?
I don't know what. It's really hard to tell.
There's a fish.
Is it?
Wait, where?
No, there's a fish over here.
There's a fish.
This is
That's
definitely a cup.
That's right.
Definitely a fish, and this he has this weird hat on. I don't know what that is.
I feel like it's not even a hat. It's probably relates to something.
I thought that was a loaf of bread.
Yeah, blue bread. Blue bread. This right here, you see the fish right here. It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
which is like.
So is that the inside of the cup? That's what I'm
Oh, you're
trying-
saying this is itself?
Yeah, this is like the inside of the cup, maybe. Like it's like a different viewpoint, like from the
But
top.
she's the princess of cups.
Ah. Oh, right. So this is a feminine. So the princess is feminine, the page is masculine. Is that how it is?
I'm just. It's open right now for interpretation.
Right.
Because this could be a female, could be a male.
Oh, right.
We don't
Well, see,
really.
that one
You
is
could
usually-
identify it.
That one you got the fish in the cup, so it knows
Yeah.
like I'm intrigued,
Mhm.
right? So but I'm also I have it in a safe place. Like you're in the cup.
Yeah.
It's like similar to you watering the flower versus picking it, you
Mhm.
know. So like the emotional growth and the creative potential of like learning.
Yeah.
about
I see
it,
the
you know.
fish.
But that one on the left, I'm lost.
Yeah. This one is. Once again, it's made to look a little more abstract.
Yeah.
Because and you know back in this day they really thought the Earth was the center of everything, and then through science we know that we're not the center. We're one of how many trillions of other solar systems and galaxies out there. So that's why this is a little more abstract.
Kind of looks like she's almost the fish. Like her dress is like the tail shape wise.
Like right
Yeah,
here.
like those are like see the fish. His tail is
Yep.
like just like
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah, that's good.
But then like what's
Very
that behind the
interesting.
water? Is that like a stream behind her?
It's so abstract. It's so
like
hard to
the way
like.
her body's twisted, it's like she's throwing the turtle back in, you know, like winding up.
Ah.
But then it's like, why is there a swan up there?
He's like, I don't want to.
It's like.
Oh.
Do you see something?
Is that a
Wait,
If you see
inside-
something, say something.
Wait, do we establish that inside the shell cup-looking thing is a turtle?
Yeah.
I can see the turtle.
I don't know,
No, the top
because-
is his shell.
Because why is this so big? It's the turtle that's so. Is it
you
because he's sunk
inside,
in?
you
Is
see
he?
it in, like you see
Chinese
the
box
inside.
turtle.
No?
It could be, yeah.
I thought it was a turtle.
I can
Yeah,
see
I think
it
it's
now.
a turtle, right?
It's a turtle.
I thought it was a turtle from over
Because
here.
turtles, like, they symbolize.
So I'm gonna take it out.
That's only one way to find out, right?
Yep.
I see one a snapping turtle.
Oh, actually, I have.
Oh, this guy sees a snapping turtle. Okay, all right. I like that.
Like one of those Bowser turtles, you know? Like,
The box turtle?
yeah, the box turtle.
The deadlier her, right? Of course, everything. Okay, all right. I feel you.
Who's listening to Men I Trust?
I mean,
Making that as quick story post.
Really? That's not good.
That's so interesting.
Let's see if I can.
It's called Show Me How, so it's like teaching.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Now this. Okay. Here we go.
So show me how rather than tell me why. Like,
Ah, actually, let me grab
Yeah, that's way more defined
Yeah, I
here.
got you,
Turtle.
Yeah?
All right. Very
is
good.
it turtle?
More
Yes, it
defined here.
is.
Are you cold?
Yeah,
Nice. You got
cool.
Same one.
a little more defined here. It's like a
Same
turtle.
one.
Turtles have been
May I?
used to show
Yeah, you may.
violence,
Is that large
right?
format?
What happened?
Is that a large format?
Yeah.
I like the turtle and Kung Fu Panda.
What?
It's not as large as this deck I have, but yeah, that's a. Yeah, those are the bigger deck I got. It's not the biggest one. They probably make bigger ones than that. It's a turtle.
You know the turtle and Kung Fu Panda? How it's
It's like
I
very-
don't watch kid shows like
What?
that.
Are you crazy?
I'm an adult. I watch. Look at the stuff I study.
all
Think I have
kids
time
are
to-
They hide stuff in those shows.
Yeah,
think they do, I do.
It was made
Did you
like
see it?
10 years ago.
Did you see it?
They're never too old for cartoons.
I know. Yeah. I can't really get into
Well,
it.
they have like 3 different types.
Oh yeah, that's a turtle.
They have 1, 2, and 3. I think the first one came out 10 years ago.
Is that a turtle in an oyster shell?
There's a TV show.
It looks like an oyster shell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, turtle and oyster shell.
That would make sense.
That's, that could serve as the top. The shell.
I think it's the same amount.
Is that green?
All right. What else do we see in these two cards? Anything that shows connections to Scorpio?
Same water?
Water is like, yeah, I think we've said water for the past 5 weeks. Water, yeah, very good, yes, water. Scorpio is a water sign, all
Oh,
right.
actually,
But what else? What does Scorpio mean? Like, well, what's Scorpio energy?
well, I
Don't
thought
answer.
the goose or the duck that we see, maybe that's actually an eagle, because doesn't Scorpio represent, isn't it an eagle? I mean, it doesn't look like an eagle, but.
See, now the creative juices are coming.
Right.
Oh, I thought
It definitely looks like a swan with
It does.
with like the long neck, right?
Right.
Opposed to the eagles are little.
Yeah.
They don't have long necks,
Right.
but it could be a phoenix.
Well, maybe
it
just
could be
like
a
a-
phoenix.
Right. Maybe just a
It could be a
bird.
phoenix rising from the ashes, right?
Ah.
It could be a phoenix, but it really looks like a swan.
Yeah.
Looks like an ibis, kind of from here.
Really?
Tiny.
Is the sheet, the purple sheet with all the symbols on it, is that the same as his hat on the right? Like, is that, or his or hers outfit
Is it
possibly? Like, is it a blanket, something like that? Like I feel like that car on the left is way deeper than we think. Like, it's probably
This
like,
one?
yeah, like it's a different viewpoint of what we're seeing on the right. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, maybe it's like the inside of the cup, and then you're seeing the blanket.
This card was like 40 years later too, so
Yeah.
so this one definitely predates it. But you're saying that this symbolism is packed in here somehow?
Yeah, I feel like it's a different viewpoint.
It definitely is a different viewpoint. We could agree on that.
Right, like, no, like
Yeah.
literally like a different angle. Like, picture the cameras being shot in the top of the cup on the right or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me this is like it's like a LSD trip or something. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like
Like, you see the way our body's like contorted?
yeah.
Yeah, a really good one that I did not like realize. So the pink things are the birth flower for Scorpio, and it means love and friendship. I just looked it up, but
Which
I
one? Which
thought
thing?
they were
Which thing?
flowers.
These
The
things?
pink things, yeah, I'll show you.
What is it again?
It's geraniums, the Scorpio birth flower,
Oh,
and it means love and friendship.
love and friendship.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
like the little white inside.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Excellent.
That was fun.
Excellent.
Anyway, yeah.
That's good. You can do a lot of things with Google. That's good. Well, that's good. 'Cause I didn't know what that was.
I was like flower.
someone, you gotta research to.
I have full
Learn stuff.
conversations with ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That thing is nuts. Anything like your learning curve will accelerate.
I love it.
It's-
All right, so now let's get to the Knight of Cups, or Prince of Cups. So the key word is romanticism and charming. Knight in shining armor, right? You always hear like, "Oh, it's my knight." You know what? Being a knight, the guy that opens the door. You're supposed to be like the epitome of how a man, chivalry, right, should act towards a lady, right?
Mm,
Which, society, some say what chivalry's dead.
right. Dave
So
Chappelle said, "Men, women killed it."
wow.
Feminism killed.
Okay. So key phrase is the pursuit of emotional and spiritual ideals. Remember we were just talking about idealistic before too?
Right.
So ideals, and it's interesting you said the eagle before. This looks like an eagle up top over here. That's definitely an eagle.
Definitely.
So now, the Prince of Cups and this deck, I can see Scorpio by some of the symbols there. You can see he's holding a cup, but looks like
Snake?
a snake's coming out of it, right? So there's no turtle in this one, but there's a snake. He's looking at it. He's got the helmet with a eagle on it. So, eagle, Scorpio, American flag. The eagle's on top of the globe too as well. And it looks like he's riding a. That's an eagle, yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild card too. Wow.
What's in his other hand?
Did Crowley actually design this? Like, this is actually his.
Yeah, but he had
Yeah, people do.
what's her name again? This lady that did the artwork.
Architect.
Pamela, not Pamela, the other one. I forget it.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, guys. But he definitely, it was his idea, and he designed it. But she did the artwork. I'll see who it is. Oh yeah, Lady Frida Harris.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful.
And these are all Lady Frida Harris and Pamela Colin Smith were in magical orders. So
Right.
they were all in the same circles, back then, learning all this stuff and doing high magical rituals and full moon rituals outside of record stores and all this, all this crazy stuff. But all right, so let's dive into it. So,
Knight of Cups.
to me, this screams like, even though there's no red, it screams Mars energy. Why? Because he's got like, looks like he's ready to go into battle. He's got the helmet with eagle on top of it.
Right.
He's like riding or the eagle is propelling him forward. So that screams like, all right, Mars energy. Like, or the Prince of Cups is someone that has like maybe control and balance of their Mars energy, because Mars rules Scorpio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too when I first seen it. It was more so taking control and like, you know how with the strength card, it's more so like taking control of your like emotions. I kind of looked at it as like maybe now he's riding the bird, so it's more so taking control of that emotional.
But it's almost like,
thing.
I don't know if he's actually riding as much as he's sitting somewhere and he's holding the reins.
Right, almost like Santa Claus with a reindeer.
Yeah, and so
It's going forward with purpose.
going forward purpose. Because remember, what's a bird? What's in the eagle? That like they're like what? They could be the king of the sky, right?
Yeah.
They're the one. They think they're the only bird that actually could see straight into the sun.
That's
The other
right.
thing too is that like even though they're going forward with purpose, it's not really battle, right? Because even on the left, he doesn't have his thing down.
Because remember this also represents romanticism and charming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, but this is also the pursuit of emotional and spiritual ideals. So stuff, emotional ideals, right? Stuff that you're passionate about, right? Stuff that gives you like a feeling, a strong feeling, and also items that are spiritual as well. So that it's like they're focused on that path.
May I share something, Jonathan, on the card here?
Go ahead.
It says the Knight of
We're
Cups.
gonna cheat already. You gotta use your intuition.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's everything we said already, kind of. The Knight of Cups represents the pursuit of dreams, passions, and romantic endeavors. This tarot card signifies a period of following one's heart's desires with emotional dedication. So maybe
That's
that
pretty
is
pretty
very
spot
like,
on, right?
dedicated. Oh, absolutely.
That's the best way to go to it.
Right, now that he said that kind of makes the artwork on the right look
Yeah.
a little bit more, makes sense, because you know how Crowley was a little bit more, let's just say his artwork's more trippy, to say the
Yeah,
least.
it's like abstract.
It looks like he's literally kind of riding through the dream realm, kind of like,
Very good. I like that one.
Ooh, yeah.
like he's got his chariot, which is the eagle, and then he's just riding through the waves.
It's like coming out of the top of somebody's skull too.
Is he?
Like if you blur your eyes right.
You guys.
What does Google say there?
Hey, I'm not using it.
I'm messing. Okay.
What does ChatGPT say?
Sure, you can do a whole description. I have something.
Okay, what do you got?
So the card before this is the Ten of Cups, correct? Or was there something before it in the
Like-
suit? Like, what comes before the Prince of Cups?
For the Prince of Cups.
Is
I think the
Ten
Prince of Cups are considered the core cards.
Court?
Yeah, they're core cards, so it would be
Oh,
would
okay.
be separate from.
Separate? In my
Yeah.
brain, I connect like the 10, like in like a regular playing cards, like
Mhm.
the Jack would come after like the 10. And so I kind of see it that way. And I
Yeah.
guess with my like perspective on it, I see like the snake in the cup is like him coming into the knowledge of how he feels, like emotionally, and having this awareness and that knowledge with the snake in it. He's like taking that and like devoting himself to his passion and like moving forward with it now that he's come to this like full like emotional awareness.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know.
That's
just
good.
my idea.
Because you're saying because the snake is in the cup, right?
The cup, yeah. Like knowing his emotions.
What does the snake also connect to?
Mm.
Well, it does. And snake also is another animal that's connected to Scorpio, right? It's a snake,
That's
the
right.
scorpion, and the eagle, or the phoenix, because rebirth, right? But remember, the snake. Look where the snake is placed right now.
Where is
In
the
the cup.
snake again? I'm sorry.
In the cup.
Okay, but
Right.
but it's not in the cup like down here, right? It's not in the cup over here. It's in the cup right in front of him.
Oh.
What does this snake represent going up?
Kundalini.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's why I remember there's always deeper levels,
Yeah.
and it's always hidden in plain sight. It's right there.
Right.
But it's where they have where he's holding the cup,
Ah.
symbolize the
Oh,
Kundalini
yeah, it's
coming
totally
up.
wrapped
Like
up.
literally he's coming up.
Oh, and it's more towards his head, his third eye, because that's what that's all about. Is like the Kundalini rising up the
I'm wearing a
spine.
snake ring right
Look at that. And he's almost he's like you said, he's looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's almost like it's understanding, like being the observer in balancing your emotions and allowing the Kundalini energy to rise up.
Ah.
So that takes a skill set. Obviously, that's why he's a prince. He's someone that kind of mastered his emotional realm. And if this connects to dream worlds, is someone that's mastered their ability to visualize, right?
Wow.
Because
Jonathan,
go ahead.
all I'm going to say, without giving too much away, is if you really look at the middle part where the eagle is, look at the outline.
Mhm.
It looks like a keystone.
Oh.
Like, use the thing right up there. Yep, look at that.
Mm.
Like all the way down by his head. Like, goes
Yeah.
all the way. It's pretty wild.
You look where it's positioned too.
Yeah,
My
it's pretty
brain
wild.
is like, it's like it looks at his right hand. He looks like he's holding a bunch of cheeseburgers.
Krabby Patties.
That's the deeper symbolism. It's all about cheeseburgers.
It's all about cheeseburgers. That's what we're supposed to see.
No, it's really cool though.
Now, look, I
You see
mean,
that though? You see that?
He's looking at cheese.
yes,
Yeah.
I see it. No, it's good.
And then also the curls like on the side. Do you think that's movement? Like, is it movement through the water type of thing, or is it
Speed.
it's speed? Yeah, or air, or like it definitely like when I first seen it, my
It
initial
could be
gut
water.
was
It
like
could be water too,
movement.
just coming up.
Yeah.
From him just like going through, like
Ah.
you ever see a boat going through water? There's water's coming up everywhere. It's just like you're just like gliding through it.
I just had this whole vision of someone needs to make like a tarot movie, like an animated film. You know, and you think about how wild it would be. It's
Well,
like, all right, now.
there is something like that.
Is
If you
there?
go on YouTube, Spirit Signs, they have like a whole bunch of
Wow.
shit. But they have a whole lesson plan for tarot as well.
I love that
And it's
YouTube channel.
animated. I love Spirit Signs.
Yeah.
That's how I started learning about all that stuff.
I started watching
Because it like
when I
connects
was
the two, right?
15.
And it's been on YouTube for like 10 years now.
yeah,
It's
they've
a
been
while.
around forever.
So cool.
All right, what about the Knight of Cups? We've been really focused heavy on the Prince of Cups, which is great.
Pulled us in.
What about the Knight of Cups?
So,
It's like
not riding a bird versus riding a horse.
We still got the symbolism of the bird right here, right in his helmet.
Oh, I never even noticed.
We got the 2 wings.
Wow. I
Yeah.
never noticed that.
And that
That's fine.
piece is in a charging
Oh.
position.
They both kind of like focus on the cup.
Yeah, it's like pushing it forward.
The difference is you could tell like how this is more abstract because like he's right. A bird where this is you can tell this is more like historically accurate. Like it's more factual. Riding a horse, so it's more like solid way of seeing it. This is more like you can tell this isn't stuff in someone's dream world.
But what is he coming out of? Like, so it looks to me like you see how the circle like right below the tail of the bird,
Oh, look
right?
at that! Yeah.
That is the missing piece on top. So it's like a head looking down, right? You see what I'm saying? And then he's coming out with the bird, obviously. Like
You're saying this is a missing piece over here?
you see where he is? Look
Yeah.
where he's at. Like that piece would fit there if he wasn't there.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
You're saying this piece right here
Yeah.
would fit over here?
Down. Like this right here, right?
This hole thing
Yeah.
is the top of that. This piece would fill this piece if he wasn't there.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow, that looks, yeah, totally, it's a whole other thing.
So then he's coming out of the brain with the Kundalini, right? The top
Kevin,
of
you
the
see
snake.
that?
Just like you see how on his helmet he's got the eagle wings.
Yeah.
Same kind of position.
Right. Wow. Yeah, it's from his head. Look at that. Yep. Holy, I think you just unlocked something. Do you guys see that?
What's from? Which head are we talking
Alright,
about?
so look.
No, yeah.
The circle, look. So
Give him a laser pointer.
Not even. So look. So this, right, is like a head, right? And then look it over here, so I want to block it. But this is the head, and then that point is coming out of the head. So this, look at this as like a top view of the head. He's coming out of the head on this side.
Like you remove the bird,
Right.
remove the person. You see that little circle that's behind the bird?
Yeah.
That would fit where he's coming out.
Yeah. It's almost like a shell.
Like it's like it was peeled open.
Yeah, it's like peeled. Yeah.
Oh, like kind of like a door would open.
Exactly.
Because remember, he basically he emerged into the dream world.
Right. So
Right.
he's coming out of the mind.
Well, he's
Like
coming into it.
Or
He's coming into this world where you could literally use eagles to like glide over water.
Wow.
Because this is the dream world.
Yeah.
Think about it, this stuff
It's
happens
fluid.
in the dream world. It's fluid, right? The cosmic mind stuff is meant. It's also seen as a watery.
Huh.
Your subconscious because it connects to the high priestess card, because the high priestess card, if you remember, some cards depict her gown as watery, because high priestess is like basically in all of us is a high priestess. That's just like your bay. That's your bay, and the cosmic water flows through your bay. We all have our own little bay. It just flows through it. So that's how we get intuition and all this other interesting stuff.
On the left side, the horse is his head is like bowed down, kind of.
It's like he's just
almost like he's like
definitely
subdued.
like.
He's like subdued, like.
Well, let's see. They're definitely marching. Is his.
Watching
Yeah.
with purpose though. Like
Yeah, but like, you know, they could train him
Yeah.
to march a certain way.
Right.
Like it's really interesting how like they could really the horse they could change its gait based on different I don't know how they do it. I don't ride horses. I'm totally assuming right now. But as if you ever Google like different horses, how they walk and they actually could change their steps and stuff. They gallop.
Gallop.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so now back to the Ace of Cups, right?
Oh my God, look at
Back to
that.
the Ace of Cups. This time I switched it around. I put this on this that side so we could just. So basically, the key word is overflowing love. So we were kind of right before. New creation,
New relationship.
new relationship. Key phrase: a new beginning in emotional fulfillment, spiritual connection, or love. To me, this screams overflowing love. It's just like bursting everywhere, way more than this card.
That looks like Spider-Man just took like 3 tabs of acid and then some.
Right here?
Yeah.
What did you say the symbol?
We'll talk after, right? What happened?
What did you say the symbol of the cup was again? You said it's related to.
This?
Yeah.
You said like
Um,
Christian.
It looks, it's similar to like the MUC, it connects to like the Virgin Mary. There's some Christian iconography where that symbol is used, for the Holy Mother.
It
I-
looks like
go ahead.
this road was like upside down though. That's just what I mean.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a V in between 2 pillars. It could be, there's to me it's like it could be a W, right? No one, right? It could be an upside down M.
Right, but like I feel like it must mean something.
It's definitely seen. If you look up, see if I can find it real quick. If you look up like the Holy Mother, then you'll see like an M connected to her in some pictures and stuff. Let me just see if I can find it.
Maybe it's just Wu-Tang.
It could be like the masculine and the feminine, right?
Okay.
Because if you're pouring into it, that's the female usually receives, right?
Right, and then you write
And then when you're dumping it out, that's the male.
See, that's
Ah.
usually
Icon.
Usually it
Oh,
depends.
man and woman, yeah.
It depends on like, there could be some weird stuff going on, man.
I mean, man and woman.
We're gonna pick it up and put it down.
Oh God. Let's see.
Does anybody want to share this with me because it's super strong?
Yeah, I'll have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It's really good. It's good. It's just like oh,
Gotta keep you on your toes, you know?
Is it really good?
Balance
Really
it out.
Diluted.
so strong.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to find, but I've seen the M before. There's a lot of some stuff I follow that I've seen that particular M connection to Mary.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've done the statues.
Yeah. Oh, on the left is how.
On the statues, yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, it does look like
Seen
a
that,
spider
yeah.
web too.
Like that.
Yep.
What's up with the things that look like frosted donuts on the bottom of the left one?
Those are actually potatoes.
Where?
I'm just
Are-
kidding.
They look like buttered potatoes.
This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
They look like a flower.
Yeah, it could look like a flower.
Hydrangea?
Hydrangea?
Tulip? No. I'm trying to
Oh, tulip.
some flower that
It kind
I
of looks like a
tried
spider
to
web
say.
up top.
It does.
And then like, is
That's
that
what
two
I first
rings
thought.
interlocked?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
in here?
Matrimony?
Yeah, what is that?
It looks like the.
But there's something else. There's actually three.
No.
Oh yeah, there
Look,
is.
there's
There
one right
is.
here.
Oh, wow.
That's a symbol. I think that connects to Celtic maybe or
Yeah.
Is that
Druid stuff. Yeah.
Because that looks like a room upside down to me.
Yeah.
In the other part.
I think everything looks like rules to you.
Okay.
It's good. It's great. No, I'm saying it's good.
No, it's
I'm just saying it's good.
Yeah.
Because you see stuff because some artists like to hide it. Some artists are more explicit with it.
Right.
You know what's interesting, John? I just noticed, like, alright, you know on the, I say Thoth, but Thoth deck,
So
Thoth, on the bottom when it reads, it usually says, like, what it is, right? Like, it usually says in the background, like, cups, and it'll say, like, devotion, or it'll say something. This just says Ace of Cups. It doesn't say a phrase. like it
Because
normally do.
Ace of Cups once again connects to the second world of creation in Kabbalah.
Ah.
So it's just Ace of Cups means like this is the ace. This is the typical the divine emanation of the energy of creativity, which connects to cups.
Gotcha.
It's the most raw form. It's right here.
Ah.
So that's why this just screams it.
Right.
This shows it in different ways. It shows it
Right.
by having the Holy Spirit there and like the hand kind of
It's like
coming
a
out from
godly
God.
offering.
Yeah, it's just like
the
this is like
offering,
the extreme powers of creativity and water and the Holy Grail and all that represents.
yeah. Wow.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody, but on the left guard, I've seen the top is masculine, and then the bottom being feminine because you see how the top is more angular.
Yes, I see that.
It's,
Almost like
it's more like
I see that. That makes sense.
aggressive necessarily.
Right, like the point. You see the
Yeah.
point coming out
Oh.
the top.
And
It's
then
more
you got
firm
all-
and like.
You're
erect,
saying like
if you
this,
will.
right?
Yeah,
and then the
then-
bottom looks like more soft, like an opening.
Yeah, it looks more floaty, Like there's less straight lines and angles. There's more curvature.
And also the triangle represents the divine.
Well, this is also emotional fulfillment, right? Overflowing love, right?
They really were tapped in with these cards, man.
Yeah.
These cards are super vivid. Like just the amount of thought that went into this is like profound.
Yeah,
You know?
it's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Any other questions about these cards or anything that we see?
Does the number 1 connect to anything with like Scorpio? Does
I
it-
think
it's just like
I don't know.
Ace is like one. Yeah, Ace is.
Oh, Ace is just
That's
one.
why Ace
Gotcha.
is supposed to be like, once again, like the raw.
Even when
you know.
someone says like, "Oh, that's my ace," like that's like my number
Yeah,
one, like,
yeah,
that's like my
yes.
right hand man. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I don't know if we touched on it, but like we were saying, the topic like spider webs, and
Yeah.
a lot of times it's connected to like the feminine and like I know
I was actually
water is the
thinking-
feminine card,
Mhm.
and a lot of times spiders are associated with like creation and like manifestation and
Mm.
all that. So that's what I heard. Like the first thing that popped in when I looked at that card.
It's making me think of like the Emperors too, because spiders are associated with manifesting and creating as well. Just like
Wow, it does.
Right. But the one thing is, there's no spiders in.
But
It
it looks
literally
like a
does
web.
now. Like,
It
all I
does look
see.
like a web.
Yeah.
What about
Point.
butterflies' wings? Like all four of them.
You guys look at the
Or
butterfly
bat wings.
right over, like Erica Badu, he just said, like look at the butterfly and then look back at that.
Oh, wow.
It's like all I see is a butterfly now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it could be wings.
Okay.
Wow.
It could be wings, right?
On the bottom or?
Just the
Right
top
here.
left.
Oh, the-
These wings right here, like
And then
this.
the bottom as
On the
well.
bottom,
It's like a butterfly.
If you look at the butterfly,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
And then,
okay,
and then,
yeah,
and
okay,
then
yeah,
the you know, like the triangle
Okay.
could be like the antennas is coming out if you really look at it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's
That's wild. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
What butterfly are you?
right here on this painting.
Look at the painting here.
I love that painting.
And I
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
now
no,
look
you
at
can't.
now look at that. It's like all I see is a butterfly now on the left hand side.
Yeah, so the wings is I can see that.
Wow.
And Aaron, what does butterfly too symbolize?
Rebirth.
And transformation too, right?
Ah.
Scorpio.
Yeah,
It's just trying to
That's
tell
all
you
that.
about the Scorpio energy.
I'm so surprised that butterflies aren't more like prevalent in
Right.
tarot.
I love butterflies.
You know, but maybe it's more veiled with like an eagle. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen any tarots that have
It's
butterflies.
initiation into flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to make a deck with butterflies.
There you go. Think about it. Is there
Yeah,
a
runes, don't
butterfly
forget the
deck? Do a
runes.
whole
There
deck of
probably
butterflies?
is. Like,
Like
there's
the
probably a
moths,
bunch.
yeah.
There's so
But
many
there's not.
Could be the more.
I could go on Etsy right now and find like 10 butterfly
Yeah.
pictures.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the next card.
Oh man. Look at
All
that.
right.
Holy
Okay, so let's just pull it all together.
Wow.
So the page, the knight, and ace of cups, how it connects to Scorpio. So emotional depth and transformation. Scorpio is deeply emotional and transformative, which resonates with the ace of cups, representing the opening of the heart to profound feelings, healing, and a spiritual renewal. A natural scorpionic
Scorpionic.
trait
I like
of
that.
embracing emotional rebirth. So now it's about talking about emotional rebirth. What's emotional rebirth?
Right. I like that. Scorpionic.
Scorpionic.
Next time, like Kevin is like saying something, I'm
But-
like Kevin,
yeah,
you're acting
what's
very
emotional
scorpionic
rebirth?
right now.
Like rebirthing your emotions, like meaning like emotional
A shift
rebirth.
in-
So
Yeah, maybe like a greater awareness of your emotions, or
it says emotional rebirth.
right, like
That's-
death
yeah,
and
like-
rebirth, like kind of eliminating
Okay.
something, maybe.
All right. So the next one says exploration of mysteries and intuition. That's the Page of Cups is about that. It symbolizes youthful curiosity and intuitive exploration. This ties to Scorpio's love for uncovering hidden truths and its intuitive nature in navigating emotional and spiritual realms. So that's what the Page of Cups, how it connects to Scorpio energy. And then the last one would be the Knight of Cups is passionate, visionary, and emotional drive. The Knight of Cups embodies an idealistic, romantic quest. So it's almost like the Grail quest, right? Mirroring Scorpio's intense passion and emotional determination in pursuing personal or spiritual goals with unyielding focus. So it's just more of like a focused way of going on like a quest. Sometimes, romantic quest could be, the love of art, right? The love of music. The quest to find, these exotic rare records, right?
Yeah.
Or the quest to find,
Got me
you know,
excited by saying that.
tarot cards and butterflies on it. It's endless.
Yeah.
But so this is basically the three cards, the last cards for Scorpio. I think they're all pretty powerful. These are powerful cards I would definitely recommend using for a meditation. That's why I position them this way. So if you want to bring in creativity, you can literally place the Ace of Cups first. So that's going to be your connection to the divine, right, to the hand of God, and meditate on it, and then let it come down to the Page of Cups, and then to the Knight of Cups. And now you can use that energy and run with it. Go on your Grail quest. Go on that romantic quest. Find that emotional rebirth in life. But sometimes you have to have the inspiration first from the highest good, from divinity. From your higher. That's why this card is always up top. This Ace represents, the most raw, creative force from the divine.
There's a quote. It's like, may all of our goals be in line with God's grace or something. It's kind of like the same idea.
Yeah. Exactly. I like that. That's great. All right, so now we come to the fun part of the class where we pull a tarot card. I wanted to throw a couple more cards on here so you guys can see other variations of the Princess of Cups.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's her.
Where? Oh yeah. Got the turtle there.
And the other cup too, on the right.
Where?
Right.
Oh.
In the cup.
It's
a turtle.
Oh yeah. So there's something about the turtle, man. We gotta figure this out. What's the turtle? Like I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I know in Chinese culture, like turtles are often associated with like wealth and people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that. That's
A
interesting.
lot of people like would have like turtle statues and coins.
Oh wow.
I feel like I've seen that.
I didn't know
Maybe
that.
that's why I have a whole bunch of little turtles in the store. Honestly,
Do you have turtles?
I have tons of turtles
We
everywhere.
should get a real turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an ancient one,
That's
300 years old.
Oh gosh.
Give her the corner and be like, this is my pet turtle.
They got a turtle and left to them in a will.
Right.
The turtle's like 200 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like 2 lines.
The Princess of Cups looks wild too.
This one looks wild, right? This is a Rigardi deck. Israeli Rigardi. He was in the.
I feel like that's a slept-on deck because you've been showing it a little bit more.
When I,
It's nice. Like I feel like it's like a very slept-on deck.
very slept on. I
Yeah.
rarely use it. No, you
Yeah.
gave it to me actually.
Ah,
You gifted it to me, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I rarely use it for readings because I know to me a part of it's like it's not as like like crazy.
But it has some stuff in it.
It has some stuff there. It
Yeah.
definitely does have some stuff there. You got a little dolphin in the background.
Or a whale.
Looks like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, right. Go
What's
ahead.
that little sign right
I think something Wong is the guy's name, so I think that's like the artist.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once again, like Rigardi was like the idea, and then he has an artist to do it. So, but this is the other deck I've been kind of showing a little more. This is like more of the ceremonial magician deck created by Lon Duquette. That's his name right here, and this is once again used to like invoke some Enochian powers.
Oh wow.
These are like
Oh.
it's very
Book
deep.
What?
Enochian.
Enochian.
You ever heard of that before?
Enoch.
The Book of Enoch?
Oh.
No, not
Enoch.
Enochian.
Like
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
Enoch is the
I
is basically
actually have that book, I think, but I never.
he was a grandfather of
It's like lost.
of Noah. And Enoch, there's a lot of different things about Enoch and the
It's
knowledge he had. Nephilim, yes, Nephilim too as
Okay,
well.
So I do have that.
But Enochian magic and Enochian angels stems from
From Enoch.
yes, but from Queen Elizabeth I. We all know who that is, right? Queen Elizabeth I. Her astrologer was someone called Dr. John Dee. And Dr. John Dee had Edward Kelly as his scrying guy. He did the scrying for him, and they did all these rituals, had crystal balls, and he scried and he formed the Enochian language from the angels. So they created a whole angelic alphabet. And they use this information to tell the queen that they should build up their armada and they're going to be a great empire. And he was the one that used to sign his name 007 because he was one of the queen's first spies. That's where they got the 007 from. Yeah. But that's why history is very important to understanding that. But that's where Enochian magic came from. And the angels apparently gave them these symbols. These are symbols of different angelical names. Beyond like Michael, totally different one.
I have
Yeah.
like an Enochian like magic book, and it's so incredibly like deep and dense. It's almost like you have to have another language to even read it. It's so incredible. Like you can read the first few pages. It like you guys want to like bring it in, but it's some heavy stuff.
Yeah, there's some Enochian calls I've done before.
God.
It's a whole other language, and you I didn't know what I was doing. This was before I joined any crazy group, and I was just like, I would buy the book. You know, like
I did the same thing. I bought
it's crazy stuff. You know, and
even like
it's-
if you read it, like
Yeah.
some of the stuff in there, it's literally in a different like language. It's like angelic language.
yeah, there's an angelic alphabet
Yeah.
that
No,
Dr.
I do
John
have
D.
it,
Edward
though.
Kelly
This is
in
a
like the
different
late 1500s.
I have the
discovered.
first pressing of that.
Yeah, and they used
It's like my
crazy
most-
stuff like it's called the Sigum de Day. It's like a special seal that has like the Seal of Solomon, all these angelical names on it, and that's where you put the crystal ball on, and then
Right.
there's other foot stuff. There's special like stuff you have to wear, special like Solomon ring.
No,
all
it's
this
no
stuff.
joke.
It's
But
serious
even,
stuff. Yeah.
even like reading it, like
Yeah.
in your mind, like if you're just sitting there and you're like reading it, you know, like in your head,
Mhm.
it's the energy of the words
Yeah.
like do something to you. It's so hard to explain. Like you're like, yo, this is no joke.
Remember
Like,
the boat
and then
attack?
saying it out loud is probably extremely
Very,
intense.
very intense.
Yeah. Like it does something. It's like a vibration. It's not necessarily the words. It's like the vibration. You're literally pulling stuff down when you speak.
Just
Yeah, that's
dope.
That's why they say you can't mess around with it.
No.
You
It's a spell.
could, yeah, it's a spell. And you could also,
And so Boda, Paul Fosicase created Boda, the ones that the deck I used to use, like sometimes the Hebrew letters on it that I colored and
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about.
yeah.
He created his group because he was in the GD, the Golden Dawn, and the Enochian magic, those beings he said were too crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why he started his own group and pulled them out. So Boda doesn't have that in there.
And there's got to be a reason why the book of like Enoch was removed from the Bible too.
Okay, ready?
It's
Yeah.
huge.
Think about this logically too. Was
Because there's like what 7 or 8 books that were removed from the Bible.
just a
That was
fun fact.
Yeah.
The New King James Version, like the Masonic Bible,
Yeah.
only has like 66 books. The Catholic Bible, believe it or not, has more. They actually include more, like 72.
Really?
Yeah. So the Protestant Bible, not to get religious and political here, actually excluded some where the Catholic you actually get more.
Wow.
And they actually never exclude them to the point they don't deny it. Those other books exist. They never like deny their existence.
Ah.
They just decide not to keep them inside the canonical Bible. But another reason why is because the Book of Enoch talks about the angel names that fell, the Nephilim,
Yeah.
and it clearly says them. So if we just said before that these are beings that these are powerful beings you just don't want to play with, right?
Yeah.
So think about it.
I know some friends who tapped in some like Enochian stuff.
Yeah.
They're really messed them up. Their whole lives got
So
crazy.
so now do you
'Cause
understand
you
why?
gotta be careful. You can't just like they will mess with you. You
So
know?
do you understand why like people get upset about the church and the hide all the summation?
Yeah.
But think about it. If they let the mass people that aren't trained in
It
this
would-
stuff,
chaos. Yeah.
Everything happens
So,
for a reason.
or
You give
order out
keys
chaos,
to the
you know?
Ferrari,
You need order from
like you were
chaos, and
saying.
So
you
true.
can't just give the keys to Ferrari to a little 2-year-old.
Or a monkey. Yeah.
Yeah, or a monkey.
Yeah, it's true.
You always use that in life.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
Think about it. If everyone just had a key to a freaking car at age 3.
Or you can't give a Kawasaki bike to a 2-year-old either, right?
Yeah.
To switch it up.
Or Bugatti.
Yeah.
Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing about it is like you need to be very disciplined to learn this stuff.
Now it makes sense because like in a lot of groups
Mm-hmm.
that we're in, like there's certain things they don't let you do until
Yeah.
you reach a certain point.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, because you
which-
can't just
which
go
makes
in there,
sense.
right? You can't, like, even at Masonry, you can't just go to Masonry and run a lodge from your first year joining.
Yeah, you know,
Put
like,
a kid on a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Never,
You can't do
rode
that.
a horse.
You gotta get kicked off.
Yeah.
You get injured, too.
Yeah.
So,
It does make sense now. I'm really into the Enochian stuff now. I'm like so curious. Like, I'm gonna go home and
I
read
should-
this book.
I have to look at my book again.
It's
now.
so intense. Like it literally
I'd love
pulls
to.
you in. Like there's so much to it. Like I always get drawn.
Like
to it.
Joseph Campbell.
what happened?
I said I'd
Oh,
love to
oh,
read it
like,
later on.
So what, read it?
Yeah, this card is like making my brain tingle right now.
This one right here?
Yes.
Yeah, so this stuff right here is literally like used. These are actually like truncated pyramids. These are meant to be like 3Ds. And this stuff exists where like magicians actually create it. And the colors, the letters all mean something. And they're all done in a certain way and a certain size to connect to a certain type of energy. Without me going too crazy into it, you know. But you know, this looks like an earth energy here and there's like a water energy there. And look, we got the M there too.
Wow.
So
Oh, there's the M.
yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
What's up to dolphin?
What's up with the dolphin sound?
Yeah. Or shark.
It's a dolphin. Because remember, dolphin. Well, remember the card too. Remember this card's about love. Dolphins are mammals that basically have sexual pleasure.
Dolphins
Yeah.
be doing some
Yeah.
crazy shit. You know,
Humans,
they're-
humans and
as if you
dolphins
don't
are the
wanna
two mammals. I think I say the only two mammals for pleasure.
Dolphins are crazy.
That every other animal just does it to keep their, you know,
Smart food, yeah.
to reproduce. It's different, and that's why there's dolphins there, because if you understand, you know, what the energy, you know, connects to, what it means, it's saying in so many different ways
Put it
without
there.
saying it.
Yep, on purpose.
Yeah. On purpose. Yeah, I like that. Very good. All right, so let's get someone in the hot seat.
Let me get out of the hot seat again.
On purpose. You get it?
It's
Does
hilarious.
anyone want to go? Do you want to go? You look like you're pondering.
I'm girl out at last week.
We'll see what Mike says when we get out. If not, we can just jump into the meditation because it is getting late.
I can jump in the hot seat. I missed last week's.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, today we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna use the thoth deck.
Yes.
That's
All right, I'm gonna
This is the
volunteer
deck I got.
myself.
the deck I got
So
at home.
exciting.
You have this deck at home?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have this deck now.
Yeah, it's definitely a good deck to get. It comes with, there's a book. I don't think it comes with it. I recommend buying the Book of Thoth,
Yeah.
and because you need to, yeah, because this is the last book that he wrote too as well.
It's not a beginner deck, and I made that
No.
mistake.
Yeah, no, definitely not a beginner deck.
I never noticed those 3 owls up there. And they're all like,
You're like, who?
And they all did different ones too. They each did a different house too. Yeah, so think of a question. I'm going to use this one here. We could, you have your question in mind?
Yep.
All right, I just want to wait till Mike comes out because he might want to volunteer for past, present, future. I know you might want to do one too as well, right? You got.
Camera.
Don't worry. What I do is when it's time for you to come up, I actually turn that camera so
Okay,
you
good.
know there's
Why not?
there's no pressure, but there is. You know. All right, so we have someone for the hot seat,
Oh, nice.
and today we're gonna switch it up. Tonight we're gonna use the Thoth deck today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured it's time. Let's explore a little bit. Pluto's in Aquarius now. Why not, right? It's gonna be there for the next
Yeah.
20 years, so let's just dive into it.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Just die straight.
All right, you have the question in mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Wow, we're doing the both deck. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, switch it up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Why not?
Oh,
The
Is that a
the
bigger?
focus was on it heavy today. Like you guys were like
Yeah.
really focused
Yeah,
on
sure.
the deck. Like
Yeah.
I was like, no, this guy. You're like, no.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
kind of going back to that. The deck was grabbed. There's a power to it. It definitely has a power.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. It definitely draws you in. So. I'm like, I feel the spirit. Oh, no. I was like, the dove is coming down. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, get the back there. Okay, good. All right.
Past, present, future? Or are we just doing one?
We're gonna do 4 today. I want to totally switch it up. We're gonna do a
Wow.
story today.
Okay.
So each card is gonna tell a story.
Past, present, future, or just like
Story.
Wow, like chapters as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love these cards. These
Right?
outside. Jay, did you ever see the outside? These are awesome. They're really nice.
That's the Hermetic cross on top of it. All right, so since you put them all that way, what you need to do is when you flip them over, we're gonna flip them over this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I pulled them that way.
Very good.
You have a specific question, etc.
Yes.
All right, so this is gonna be called the 4-card story pull. All right. Just coin that.
Mike? Trademark. So we're doing.
All right, we're just so you know, we're doing a new type of pull today. We're gonna do a 4-card pull. Okay. This is gonna be called the 4-card story pull. All right. So we're just gonna tell a story. All right. So it's not past, present, future. It's just a story. 4 connects to the 4 worlds of creation, the 4 seasons, and the 4 elements. Okay. So let's pull the first one. We got 3 of Wands, which is the sun in Aries. Whoa. Second card we have the Prince of Cups.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Third card we have the Trumps art, which could also be seen as like a what's that word? Not temptation. The other one. Temperance. There's also temperance in a regular, but it's considered art in this deck. And then the last one we have 7 of Cups, which is debauch, which is
Oh, we did that the other day?
yeah, Venus in
Oh,
Cancer. Oh, Venus and Scorpio. Whoa! So we got Scorpio. You got 2 cards that connect to Scorpio in that pull. So this is a story pull. I want whoever volunteers to tell a story of these 4 cards.
So one person.
One person could do it. If someone feels guided to come and try after, that's fine. So whoever wants to come up, come right up.
I'm up for it if no.
Yeah, anyone. It's 4 of you too, so it works out perfectly. So, but no, whoever feels called to come up.
Try to
Yeah, not that way. You're not flipping your head over.
appreciate. What did you say that? This is Ace of Wands? 3 of Wands?
It's 3 of Wands. Yep,
Three of
that's the Sun in
Wands.
Aries.
This is Temperance, and this is
7 of Cups.
7 of Cups.
Okay. Well, 3 of Wands is making me think of plans, also travel, so maybe like travel plans, something like that.
Wow.
And Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love
Wow.
that leads to more balance
Wow.
of give and take, or balance
Sorry. No, because
You're like ad-libs right
You said Ace of
now.
Cups? You said Ace of Cups? Or?
Ace of Cups.
Princess of Cups.
Oh, it's
Okay,
Page
so
of
it's
Cups.
so him.
So,
It's
Prince, yeah, just go by what the Prince of Cups.
I'm sorry, I thought you said Ace of Cups. So
No, it's different, yeah.
Page of, okay, I see it now.
This is the
Page
same
of
one we had
Cups.
before with the eagle.
It's still it's making me think of like a new beginning in love, because Page is
Okay.
also like a beginner, but also maybe that new beginning is some type of emotional offer that provides you with the internal balance you need, but also like reflecting in your relationship, if it's a relationship or just your life in general, where each aspect of your life is balanced. So maybe like work, your personal life, your spirituality, taking time out for yourself, and you having that balance is opening more doors for you, and you have more options, and you get to choose now. Whereas maybe before it was kind of like one way or one or the other. But I'm seeing, or I'm getting like some type of planning, maybe a trip specifically leads to a new beginning from an emotional offer that provides you with balance in your relationships, in your life, in yourself, and that opens up more doors for you.
Now, how do you tie it with the last card? Because the last card
Seven of
is
Cups.
totally different than everything else there. The last card is a very, that's like overabundance of pleasure. If you look at it, debauch is the name
Well,
of
yeah,
it.
so like
Run
you
a
have
strip
more
club.
options is what I was getting from. So having more options can be more overwhelming, but I feel like that's something you should still be grateful for because you get to choose. It's just choose, you know. If you have that balance within you, then you know how to go about making that choice, right? So I don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing or you're overindulging because you are balanced. The Temperance card is coming out strong, so you are going to be balanced within your decision making as well. So that's what I
good.
got from that.
Very good.
Very good.
Awesome.
That kind of answered my question quite clear.
Oh, that's great.
But also mysterious.
All right, anyone else want to go next to help him out? Oh, you can stay this. Does anyone else want to do a reading for him based on?
Based on-
yeah, like just so we get practice and and reading different types of cards than what we used to using. If not, we'll pick someone else. You know?
Sure. Yeah. I feel a little differently, but like slightly.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. How so?
Um,
What story is just telling you right now? It pertains to him and his
I
question.
feel like okay. Let me just. So, okay.
I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Also,
I feel like this is like something inside of you that you've come to terms with. The first card, something that initially popped in was like something inside of you had felt like not quite right. Like something felt like, I don't know. I was hearing wrong, but it's you just coming to your own sense of morality. Like you're learning your virtues. I don't know, it says virtues on there, but just like I'm seeing the flowers as like knives, as like something has ailed you, and like it's like it almost feels like you're being pierced, like by I guess these thoughts of like what I said before. But this card right here, it's kind of like you, I guess, like coming into this awareness, seeing beyond that, beyond all of this, and that sense of knowing that you can embrace whatever you're feeling with confidence, and you can move forward with these new feelings that you're having regarding whatever you're thinking of. And that it's kind of like balancing out of like your emotions a little bit, and you'll be presented with a lot more options now that you've kind of had this like balancing out and a clarity with it. I don't know if that like makes sense, but
They all make sense. They all make sense. I'm just like kind of piecing it together in my head. And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's very weird that everybody can have their own interpretation, but also still be very correct.
There's different angles to it all, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, art, people see art differently. I always just go look straight to like the explicit symbols there of like the sigils. Sun in Aries is the first card, so and there's 3 wands, right? So it's like understanding, that headstrong, Aries energy ruled by the sun, right? And that Aries rules the head. So it's like that your headstrong will is what's helping you to connect in the astral realm, because that's the Princess of Cups we just learned about. It's in the astral realm, right? So that's going to help you to pierce the veil in that astral realm, right? And then in the Trumps card but when you pierce the veil, you have to also make sure that you're balanced, right? So and this, if you really look at the card, you see the phoenix, right, and the lion. You see her pouring water on the lion and fire on the phoenix, so it's all about balance. But it also says visita interum rectua in Venice, so it's Latin for visit the interior, and you'll find the stone right? So this is telling you about using that forced solar Aries energy that's within your head
I will.
to pierce the veil
If you have a question.
and to go really deep, right? And find a balanced way of rectifying your inner stone, right? Or your rough ashlar, if you feel me there, right? But also understanding that make sure you stay balanced, because this next energy that's within your story, right, is all about Venus in Scorpio. So meaning we put it last class, it was 7 of cups, or it showed 7 empty martini glass. So meaning just understanding that yes, Venus is all about love, but just controlling it. You know, controlling your love to pierce the veil, controlling the love to really rectify or purify your inner self. Just controlling the way you do it, because you still need to be balanced externally as well. But that's what I see from these cards, based on like just looking at the signs and symbols there, and some stuff we learned. Yeah.
So me saying bringing up travel plans for 3 of Wands, does that make sense? Because I felt like it was very specific.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
that's what that card makes me think of.
for what I
Yeah, if you mind.
questioned,
Yeah.
for what I questioned, it does involve a lot of traveling in the future,
Oh, wow.
and you know, it involves the spirit world, and then balancing, and so yeah, there's gonna be plenty of options in my foreseeable mental right now. I feel like there will be. So I feel like that was a very good one. So actually,
It's different energy with using 4 cards, right? It's like
Yeah.
kinda like,
Yeah.
And
It's like
every
it's more
single-
in depth, right?
every
More-
single one of
we're trying to
yours-
really fine tune the story now. We're trying to really, you know, instead of, you know, past, present, future is good, but so we gotta grow. We have to
Yeah.
explore.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to go on the hot seat?
Yeah, I'll go.
And I thought
Okay.
the deck was oh so appropriate for the question.
Right. There you go. Thank you guys for helping out.
Thank you.
Do you have a specific question?
Oh, how's this working?
All right. So tonight is the Tarot Academy class. All right. So basically, you're sitting in the hot seat. Think of a question. You don't have to tell us the question.
Close your eyes, go
Okay.
within.
Something maybe you might need guidance on, something you might need confirmation on, something that you know, just want more clarity maybe. Alright. So this pull is going to be a different pull. We're going to pull 4 cards. It's just going to be a full 4-card pull just to tell a story. So we're going to have volunteers step up and basically use the cards to tell a story based on connecting to what you're looking for, okay? Alright, so pick 4 cards. Yep, okay, good. We're just gonna flip them all around. I'm just gonna keep them like this, so when we flip them, you can see. So, you know what? We're gonna do it this way. So, this is the first one you pull, okay? So we have the first card is 6 of Cups, which is pleasure. That's the Sun in Scorpio, another Scorpio card. Okay, next card we have Jupiter in Gemini, which is the 8 of Swords. The next card we have the Ace of Swords. It's like swords back to back. And then the last card that was pulled is the Ace of Wands. So, whoever would like to come up and volunteer to do story reading for Kevin? Step right up. Let's go Mets.
Nah. I'm still learning this deck.
Yeah, so-
It's super.
Yeah, so it's all about like, you know, you could just kind of look at the deck like, and what comes to you, you know. See the word pleasure, you know, so you see 6 cups, 6 is a balanced number, right? And you know, swords, so it's just like, really like look at them and then let your intuition guide you. What happened?
What's the? That's
8 of swords, that's
that's 8 of swords.
yes,
Okay.
Jupiter in Gemini.
Mm. Wow.
So then you have to understand, you know, what Jupiter connects to, attributes of Gemini, and how that energy within there, how it mixes. And the word they have here is interference on that card. So yeah, whoever wants to take a stab at it.
Everyone-
I don't get offended.
Yeah, I think you should go, Mike. Yeah, step on it up, Mike.
I'm not
Mr.
easily
Wu-Tang.
offended.
Where's the cheat sheet?
Where's that cheat sheet again?
Just
Well, let's use our intuition. That's all, you know, point us to.
He always has a cheat sheet. That's why
I got it. No, I got the cheat sheet.
With the cheat sheet, remember, that's for the Rider Waite deck. That's not going to work for this deck.
Right.